Attack on Titan: Wings of Freedom is a video game based on the hit anime that is based on the manga that was inspired by a nightmare some Japanese guy had after visiting America. The very first thing you see when starting up the game is a screen suggesting that you play on easy mode. Right after that is a screen suggesting that you turn off all that icky blood and gore. Once they've made it clear that the game was designed for little girls, we're given some choices. Attack mode is the story mode, expedition mode is your bonus missions that you can play with friends over the internet. If I had internet. Or friends. I really like how each option cuts to a different scene from the anime. On that day, the human race remembered. The fear of being trapped like birds in a cage. And the humiliation of being dominated. But that was okay, because the human race was secretly into that kind of thing. In addition to Erin Brockovich, you can play as all the other Spice Girls. Mary Sue Spice, Boku no Pico Spice, Gary Oak Spice, Krillin Spice, Potato Spice, who just happens to be my favorite character. Don't Google this one either. Obsessive Compulsive Spice, Crazy Spice. And finally, when you beat the game, you unlock the only person in this entire army who isn't a fucking child. The story mode really glosses over the events of the anime, trying its best to touch on the most important ones. It still ends up coming across as very rushed. To be fair, there's only so much you can do with such a story-heavy anime when turning it into an action game, unless you want to go full Walking Dead. Though, there's an idea. Seriously, make this happen. At the same time, we're treated to some sequences that weren't even in the anime or were at best alluded to. I had always wondered how they caught those fuckers. I am dual-wielding katanas. David and I have reached a point known as moisture singularity.
I'm here to break your walls and fuck your bitches.
So this moment when the Colossal Titan shows up is a very big moment in the anime. Aaron's rage has been building over the last 5 years after what happened. So he's ready to have his revenge, and he tries to attack the Colossal Titan, but before he can even get a single hit in, it disappears on him. Very mysterious. So, I wonder how that's going to translate into gameplay. I don't remember this part from the anime. And the award for the most unnecessary boss battle in video game history. And of course you have the classic theme song that everyone loves to mumble sing along to. Sie sind Assassin and wir sind der Jäger. And we're singing. Except that song isn't in the game. Is it, Tecmo? Just like it wasn't in the movie. I don't know who wrote this song. I don't know who holds the license. All I know is that somewhere there is a head in desperate need of removal from its owner's ass. In general, the story mode just lacks the emotional depth that the anime and manga have. I've probably watched through the anime about 4 times at this point, and I get choked up every time. The story mode for the game did nothing for me. Let's compare a scene from the game with its anime counterpart.
普通だ。これが現実ってもんだろうな。俺は夢か幻でも見ようとしてたのか。俺は知ってたはずだ。現実ってやつ。普通に考えれば簡単にわかる。こんなでけえやつには勝てねえってことくらい。
And now for the game version. Among other things, the audio is just horrendous. It lacks the punch, sometimes literally, that you expect from the anime. As I said before, there's only so much you can do with the storyline when making an action game. But by the end, I was tempted to just start skipping all the cutscenes. After which, I actually went and rewatched the anime just to wash the taste from my mouth. One thing I do love is that there is a crap ton of banter between the characters, depending on who you're playing as. This adds a lot to the experience and is something that these developers have always been good at. At times it could feel like the developers were saying, hey, everyone likes that one scene from the anime, let's just find somewhere to ham-fist it into the game. You know, everyone in this anime wants to fuck Krista. As for me, you know me, I like a girl who knows how to handle meat. So, Eren came out of the neck of his Titan. And the necks of Titans have always been their weak point. It will only take these characters another 60 chapters to put 2 and 2 together. You know, Eren is pretty much the embodiment of the cliche of an anime character who is completely and utterly oblivious to the feelings that a woman has for him, which is actually one of my least favorite anime cliches. Wait a minute. I can't get a girlfriend. What if I'm just like Eren? What if I'm oblivious to the affection that women have for me? I should test this out. Okay, so it turns out that I'm not like Eren, and I am now banned from Walgreens. And she was never seen again. Seriously, it's been 102 chapters, and we've literally never seen her again. What the fuck are they doing to her? This is literally the only explanation we've got so far. Seriously, Armin, what the fuck? So we're 7 minutes into this video. Maybe now would be a time to actually talk about the video game. The three-dimensional movement system actually feels really fucking good. Until it doesn't. I always feel like it's just 5 degrees shy of being perfect. One issue for me is that the system is always trying to put you above the rooftops. Now gameplay-wise, this is actually a good thing. You want to be high up so that you can get your bearings and look at your surroundings. At the same time, for me at least, one of the coolest things in the anime is when they're zooming through the city streets, and you're always at odds with the system when trying to do that. The only real issue with the combat is that doing anything always feels like it takes several button presses more than it should. There's also a weird thing where sometimes I'll switch to another body part and it'll switch back on its own over and over. This could just be an issue with my controller sensitivity though. Now combat itself, once you get the hang of the controls, feels really good. And that's a bad thing. You shouldn't feel like a badass against the Titans. You should feel like an insect. I've tried on higher difficulties, but that doesn't change the combat, it just makes it take longer. I've put about 20 hours into this game, and I've never once felt in any danger. The AI can also be very buggy at times. I don't think he is. Eren, make yourself useful for once. Hup! Where am I going? What am I doing? I forgot how to horse. In this part, we have to escort Armin to the... What the fuck is he doing? Now Reiner's doing it too. When a Titan grabs someone in the anime, they see their life flash before their eyes. When a Titan grabs you in the game, you see why flash before your eyes. Alright, just need to heal, and what the fuck? That was weird, alright. Yeah, the time slows down when you're near death, as if it wasn't easy enough already. I don't really know what's happening. I don't know why this is occurring. I'm just gonna go over here and heal. Oh my god, I think Sasha's a Titan. Someone want to tell me why I can't just pick this bitch up and Spider-Man her away? I'm giving the minimal amount of tilt possible on my analog stick, and I'm still moving faster than her. The horse animation wasn't even designed to go this slow.
We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine.
You know, I got a tutorial pop up about 5 hours ago saying that sometimes my teammates will give me items, and that hasn't happened to me one single time. Oh, Krista, you little angel. This is actually a very accurate depiction of what happens to any woman who ever does anything nice to me. I think the developers realized how lackluster the story mode was, because after that there's a bit of an epilogue that touches on some of the events of the second season. The reason I made this video, aside from being a fan of the source material, is that a sequel is coming out soon. It seems they're intending to fix some of the issues that the first one had, such as the Titans feeling completely unthreatening. There also seems to be a create a character mode, and a storyline that modifies the second season to let your original character Do Not Steal play a role. There also seems to be some social elements. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear to be turning into a dating sim yet. Oh yes, get your torches and pitchforks, folks. I'm one of those people. Anyway, I'm definitely looking forward to eventually getting my grubby mitts on this game. Holy shit. If you pan the camera just right, you can see under her shirt. Okay, just go a little bit lower, a little bit lower. Damn it, Japan! Even your glitches are censored.